All right. I realized I looked like I was in a schwitz because I was. Anyways, so this video I want to wrap a little bit. Hang on, I got two lights once again coming at me. Okay, so maybe the government's watching me on this other light here. Let's just kind of see if we can't cover that. No? Okay, so I guess this is also being beamed to the FBI. Whatever. I want to wrap very quickly about this bogus cultural Marxist idea of cultural appropriation. Pardon the air quotes, but it's important. Uh, anyways, so we want to talk just very briefly about this. First, let me just note, I want to try to make at least these first few videos anyway very short for a few reasons. First of all, lower attention spans, not just for the audience, but for me. Second of all, it makes it feel more like a conversation that way if I'm making 5 to 10 minute videos, and we could comment and you know, discuss easier. Anyways, and the third point is I just work too damn much, and I don't do videos full time, don't make many money from them. Unrelated to that, like, comment, and subscribe. So I want to talk, so as I mentioned previously, this channel is going to be about culture, philosophy, libertarian ethics, etc. So now on multiculturalism, that's something we can make a few videos about, probably a few hundred, but right now I just want to square in on this idea of cultural appropriation. So, and just why it's bullshit. So firstly, I want to say that cultural appropriation very well can happen. I don't know if it can happen here and now, but it can happen. And now, so cultural appropriation, the theory states that, first of all, but it can happen, but it's utter bullshit, because what it says is that what cultural appropriation says is that only those evil white people can do it. So on this round of Are You a Tribalist? That's a little game we're going to start here. Are you a tribalist? Do you believe only white people can take advantage of other people? Yes, ding, 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 congratulations, you're a tribalist. So, believing that only X applies to a certain group, particularly of a skin color, I mean with every group, but particularly the absolute basest, just the lowest form of human reasoning, skin color. That's racism. That's tribalism. So congratulations. If you believe only white people can do X, then you're a racist. Nice playing. Anyways, excuse me. If we want to say, the other point of this channel is we want to find common ground, and I believe that we can all find common ground. It's just we need to first discuss things back and forth. We need to discuss things. We need to come to a consensus of what things are. We need to boil things down to just the little nothing nuts and bolts, and have a discussion, and we can get on the same page. But what good is being on the same page if everyone's reading a different motherfucking book? So let's all read the same book and get on the same page, line and verse this shit. So, cultural appropriation, the theory states, again, in the current parlance of it is only evil white people can do this. So that's tribalist. So let's crumple that up and throw that away. All right. We'll bring that back, but for right now we're just going to throw it away. But we will bring it back because it's important, because it exposes that it's just bullshit. But let's play along, devil's advocate, right? So what the theory states is that it's the taking advantage of a disenfranchised people who aren't being allowed to own themselves, own the fruits of their labor. So, in other words, cultural appropriation is slavery, but it's a slavery in which not only their labor and the fruits of their labor are robbed of them, but in which their culture, their ethnicness, if you like, what makes their DNA, how that culture defines themselves. So, I came up with this earlier. I tried to make this video earlier, but I came up with this earlier. So this is what cultural appropriation looks like. Is I grab 20 black people off the street by threat of force, okay? And then I chain them into a kitchen. I, drag their asses into a kitchen, chain them there, and have them make fried chicken and mac and cheese and cornbread and watermelon, okay? And hush puppies and black-eyed peas and whatever the fuck else they eat, I don't know. And chitlins, and then I sell this food, and I claim that I'm the one who made it all, and I claim that this is a native dish of my own Euro heritage, and then I take all the money for myself. That is cultural appropriation. That is slavery. Robbing them of their personhood, robbing them of the fruits of their labor, and then robbing them of their culture. That is cultural appropriation. However, in this present mythical fairy tale world that we're living in, this idea, first of all, so again, let's uncrumple that ball and just read this again. Only white people can do it. Okay, therefore, that's cultural Marxism, that's tribalism, get that shit out of here. It's bullshit. So, I've got a few bullet points here I wanted to go over. And again, this goes to the larger thing of multiculturalism, which we'll get to later on. But multiculturalism, right? The whole stated goal anyway, is diversity. If the stated goal of multiculturalism is diversity, then what's with this appropriation nonsense? Can you tell me? Because if you really want diversity, if you really want multiculturalism, everyone should be allowed to pick and choose and use what they like. This hummus is good. Habib, did you try the marinara sauce? It's delicioso, right? You know what I'm saying? So at that point, if you're saying, no, you're white, you're not allowed to enjoy this, then you're racist and you're a tribalist. Thanks for playing. Are you a tribalist? Then it's bullshit. Then the mask of diversity has been bitch slapped off of you, and we see that you're a fucking fraud because you don't actually want diversity. So then what are you doing? You're just stripping people, i.e. the white male, of his or her own identity and telling him he's a racist for enjoying other people's shit. Which is really fucking pathetic. And that is fascism, ladies and gentlemen. Telling me I can't enjoy X because it came from someone else. What a fucking lonely ass pathetic existence you have, honestly. And the biggest and most important reason why this whole theory is horseshit is that every single one of us are appropriating a culture. The words we're speaking right now. English is a language that has been has taken the roots of all English words essentially come from Latin and Greek. And so you're speaking English, so you're basically appropriating culture, right? You're appropriating a language. English is a language that has taken Latin and Greek and the amalgam of all the other languages and just boils it down to something that we speak. So congratulations, you're culturally appropriating, right? If you're Catholic and you're not Irish, basically, you could be said to be culturally appropriating. Without cultural appropriation, ladies and germs, we wouldn't have so many beautiful things. The NBA basketball, created by white folks. Guess who makes it up? Like, basically all basketball players are black. So be careful. Be careful lighting fires here. I had that's what it is. When you're holding a hammer, everything looks like what looks like a nail. So be careful what you're nailing down, because you're going to have to start knocking yourself on the head. And frankly, you'd probably be doing us all a favor that way anyway. Until next time, peace. Did I just say peace? Dear God, was it 2003?